So, welcome to another live stream with me. It's I almost revealed my face, which isn't something I'm comfortable with, so that's why the video started a little bit strange. Welcome to another drive here on the Roads for You channel. In this video, in this live stream, well, there is nobody watching this video at this moment, but if you can hear me, you are watching this video later. In this drive we go from Putten in the Netherlands to Muiden, so it's quite a nice drive. Probably it will take 39 minutes, and I'm driving again in my Saab 9000 Anniversary Edition CSE 2.3 Turbo from 1997. If you've watched my other videos as well, then you know which car I drive, but for the new viewers, I always tell which car I drive. So let's go for a drive. So I'm just experimenting with live videos at this moment. I'm looking at what works best and what doesn't work. Excuse me for my accent for the new watchers. I come from the Netherlands, I'm a Dutch guy, but my English isn't that well, to be honest. I can speak it very well, but with a thick Dutch accent. Something I'm trying to work on, but please give me some slack. So now we are leaving Putten. For the new watchers, I'm a photographer in real estate, so I just came from a home that I needed to photograph, which was quite a nice home with quite a nice view. I learned something about Putten today. It seems that half of Putten was once owned by this lord once. He owned like half of the city. And when he sold all the grounds to project developers, he which said that half of it should be nature. So that's why there's still a lot of nature here in Putten, which I think is nice. It's the aristocratic family called Schimmelpenninck, which is quite a well-known aristocratic family here in Holland, or the Netherlands. And they own multiple castles and big houses and things like that. And they owned half of Putten, apparently. So that's why there's still a lot of nature around here. And they owned a big house here in Putten, which was the neighbors of the house that I was asked to photograph. So that's quite nice. That being said, I will speak a little bit less in this video because I'm hungry and want to eat a little bit, so I'm eating. Quite an interesting Volvo that is. So the car I drive is powered by LPG, which is cheaper than regular petrol. Petrol is like 185 at the moment, 185 euros. And natural gas, LPG, autogas, however you call it, is like 60 cents a liter. So I can drive like 350 kilometers with one full tank. So it cost me like 8 cents a kilometer to drive this car, which is cheaper than a lot of electric cars, which I think is quite funny. Quite nice farms, old farms you have around here. It's typical Dutch, these farms you see here in front of us. I think they're very nice, but also very expensive. Quite a nice drive. It's I like it when driving through nature and have these small roads to drive through. Just a long and winding road. I'm always wondering how you can drive these big Ram pickup trucks here in the Netherlands, because we have a lot of small roads and narrow streets. I can imagine you can drive very comfortable with them. And I also think they are quite dangerous for pedestrians, especially kids. I love it when people don't use the turning signal. It's not like you have like a handle next to your steering wheel. It's quite an easy thing to do, but apparently for some people it's very difficult. So now we enter the highway. This is the A28. nice to be out of the Randstad. Muiden, where I'm heading to, is in the Randstad. And the Randstad is like the most densely populated area of the Netherlands. Here it's less populated, so you can see a lot of nature, a lot of farmland, which I think is nice. Although you are a little bit in the middle of nowhere. So now we're driving next to Nijkerk. I'm sorry, I tried to pronounce the Dutch cities in English. Here's Nijkerk. I'm doing it again, here on the left. I don't know that much of the city of Nijkerk, other than that it's quite a small city. The speed limit here in the Netherlands is 100 kilometers an hour during the daytime, and on some roads you can drive like 130, 120 kilometers an hour after 7 p.m. Quite a nice drive this is. We're still driving on the A28 here in the Netherlands. It's very quiet here on the road during this time of day. It's now 13:11, so just after 1 p.m. Please, if you watch this video, let me know what I can do better. Do you want talking? No talking? Want to hear stories? Want me to tell something about the road? Something about my life? Just let me know, whatever. Because I'm still learning how to make these live streams better and better and better. And in the end I want to make some money out of my YouTube channel. So it's very important that we make the videos better and better and better. So nothing is more relaxed than just sitting here in my Saab on the leather seats with the heater on 25, putting it in cruise control and just let the highway roll by and the scenery. Driving for an hour. That being said, it's getting cold outside. Whoa. It is not that cold yet. It's now like 7 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm for the time of year, but it still feels really cold outside. So that's why in 4 weeks I will be going to Spain, in the region of Area, Lucia, and I will be there for 3 months in that region. However, I will go from Spain to Italy, so nothing is written in stone. What is written in stone is that I will live stream the whole drive from the Netherlands to the south of Spain. So there's a lot of talking and a lot of scenery that we will see. I'm still thinking about how I will do this. But we'll see. That's why I'm now practicing these kind of videos. So if you're watching this later, which you will, if you can hear me, because I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Too busy talking to you, and I need to go to I need to take this exit to the A1. It's always very scary to overtake a lorry from the right side, which is legal when you are on the exit because of the blocks here on the left on the road. So we need to take this exit as well to the A1. Almost made the mistake. I don't know what I was talking about before I made my mistake. I guess it was something about my my drive to Spain. I hope there will be a lot more people watching when I drive to Spain, because now there aren't a lot of live streams or live watchers. Most of the people who watch this video will see it later. So I know that when you see this video, which will be uploaded in like April, and I'm already back from Spain, because now it's December, it's the 15th of December when I live stream this. So if you see this later, you know that that I'm already back. I upload like once a week, but let me know if you want me to upload more times a week or different kind of videos. I'm always open for suggestions, because I'm still trying to build this channel, see what works, what doesn't work. So let's build this channel together. And although it feels like I'm talking to a live audience right now, I'm just talking to an audience in about 4 months, which is you. So when you see this video, I know if the experiment succeeded or not. But suggestions are still welcome. Maybe I will still live stream after my trip to Spain and Italy. So it gets a little bit busy, more busy here on the highway, because this road leads to Amsterdam, which, as you all know, is one of the biggest cities in the Netherlands, and it's the capital city of the Netherlands. It's quite busy, a lot of people work there. So a lot of people take the A1. And it's just a 2-lane road, so it can get quite busy here on the road. You have a lot of other important cities we pass by, like Hilversum, which is the heart of Dutch television. Almost all Dutch TV programs are made in Hilversum. lot of lorries today. I think they're all going to Amsterdam. There's a lot of businesses in Amsterdam. So they're probably going to Amsterdam. The city you are looking at here on the right is the city of Baren, which is also a small city, a small town, which is also a little bit like Putten, where we came from. Sorry, like I said, my English isn't all that. However, I'm practicing with these live streams my English, so maybe it will get better during the other live streams. You will see. It's not like the whole video doesn't have any viewers. Sometimes 1, 2, 3 come along, stay a little bit, and then they go away. Sometimes I have like 20, 30 viewers at once, and then it just stops and we have no viewers at all. So I don't know how this works, but maybe it depends on where you drive, at the time of day. I don't know how it works. So this is a big road with 4 lanes, you can see. Let's overtake the lorry. And now we'll need to be a little bit cautious, because I think we need to go to the left now. So let's be careful. Yes, we need to go to the left, otherwise we are going to the A27. That's not the way we need to go. We need to go in the direction of Amsterdam on the A1. So let's keep on the A1. That's the right direction. Still very I think it's more busy on the road than I expected at this time of day, especially on a Monday. Most of the time it's quite busy on the roads on Tuesday and Thursday, because that's the day that are the 2 days that most of the people who work in an office go to the office. On the other day, most people work from home, which is quite a big thing here in Holland, or the Netherlands in general. Don't know if that is also a thing in other countries. Here on the left you can see a big solar panel field they made a few years ago. It's really huge, which I think is quite nice. Although I don't think they get that much of power during this time of year. It's very grayish, a lot of clouds. Let me tell you, the roads here in Holland, here in the Netherlands, I think are the best roads in Europe. I can only speak of Europe because I have been in other countries outside of Europe. However, I've never driven a car outside of Europe, so I can only speak of Europe. But I think we here in the Netherlands have the best roads in the whole of Europe. There isn't a country in Europe where I have a better driving experience than here in the Netherlands. Although I must say, like Switzerland, it's also very nice to drive through. It's also very clean roads, and France also have very nice roads. Spain depends on where you drive. All the other countries don't have nice roads, to be honest. However, I like the concept of the German Autobahn, where you can just drive as fast as you want. I think that's a better system than what we have with 100 kilometers an hour. But that also depends on life, I think. So now we're passing Laren. And Laren is like one of the most expensive places in the Netherlands to live. Most millionaires live in Laren. The region we are now driving to is called Gooi. And Gooi is like where all the millionaires and celebrities of this country live. Huge houses here. But we can't see anything at all from the highway because, of course, there are rich people living there and they want peace and quiet. So they built these huge walls that separate the highway from the town, from the village, more like a village, so that they don't hear any noises or not that much noise. So now we're passing through an aqueduct, and I don't know if they have them in other countries, but here in the Netherlands we have a few of them. And an aqueduct is like a bridge between two nature zones, so animals can pass over the highway and don't get killed on the highway, which on paper sounds nice, but I don't think animals work like that and use the bridge very often. There's like a squirrel bridge somewhere in the Netherlands, and they calculated that in 10 years like 2 squirrels used the bridge, and it costs like 500,000 euros to build. So I don't think the aqueduct is very effective, but on paper it sounds nice. But maybe I'm wrong. Just guessing. I'm just guessing. So now it's very quiet, so we only have 2 lanes. If you look very carefully, now I can show you, maybe, yeah, okay. Look at the lighting here in front of us with the X, the red X. During rush hour that X is off. That means you can drive on the extra lane on the right. The lane that's usually reserved for if you have an accident or your car doesn't work anymore. I don't know how to call them in English. We call them vluchtstrook. Which is like a safe haven for if you have an accident or your car doesn't work or you have a flat tire or something like that. But during rush hour you can drive over the vluchtstrook. Except for when there's an accident, of course, then it's closed down. Here we can drive over the vluchtstrook at all, we can only use the 3 lanes that we see in front of us. And I'm driving in the middle because I'm overtaking a van, and I'm also planning to overtake the van in front of us and the lorry in front of us. So now we are past the lorry. Now let's overtake the van. If you look to the right, you can see the skyline of Almere. A lot of people, one of the first things they notice when they drive here in the Netherlands is one, that the people drive very nice here. That's because we have a very expensive system where you need to take lessons from a licensed school to drive. So we have a lot of driving experience before we get on the road. That's one. Two, we have a good road system. So we are quite experienced drivers here on our roads. Second thing people notice when they come to the Netherlands first and they drive here on our roads is that a lot of the cars you see are pretty old. Not like 50 years old, but older cars. That's because we have a high tax system for new cars when they are brought in here in the country. So you pay a lot of taxes for a new car. That's why most people drive a second-hand car, like I do. So most cars, I think the average car here in the Netherlands is like 10 years old. But let's be honest, a car from 10 years ago is still a pretty good car. Cars don't age that much anymore. I'm driving a 30-year-old car right now, almost 30 years old. But that's my thing, to be honest. I like driving older cars because I don't like all the bells and whistles new cars have. And I also like Saab, which isn't made anymore. So now we get to an interesting part. You see the big bridge here in front of us, that is a railway bridge. And they built it like 10 years ago and they moved it all the way from the right to the left here. They built it on the right and then one day they closed the highway down. And in one day they put the bridge here over the highway. It took a lot of effort. I think they did it in one night. Can you imagine this huge bridge on wheels? I think there's a compilation of how they done it on YouTube. I should look it up one day. So now we come to another interesting part. We are now almost entering the aqueduct here. They built a few years ago, which I think is very nice because like 7-8 years ago we needed to pass a bridge over Muiden And if there was a boat or something like that, the bridge would open and the whole highway come to a stop, which I think is ridiculous. So this is much better. And I still remember when they were building this aqueduct, I walked through it illegally, I'm gonna say, because they were still working on it, but it was at night and I was very curious. So, and it wasn't opened yet. I think that it's funny to imagine me walking here on the highway. Something I can't imagine anymore. So now we are exiting the highway, as we are almost at our destination in Muiden. So we're almost done with the video. So let's take this road, which is called the Papelaan. If you're not Dutch, try to say it, Papelaan. I'm wondering if you can say it. I always like to take the car on the spin on this road. Well, a lot of people race here at night, and I don't blame them. It's a nice road to race on, but I won't do that at all, not now. So we're almost at our destination in Muiden. We are now entering the city of Muiden, which, to be honest, officially is only a city. Well, I want to thank you again for watching this live stream with me. If you've watched this video later, then thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, leave a like and a comment, and I will see you next time.